my morning coffee, the kids are gone off to school, and so I thought I would share a little bit about my floss storage. I'm not a real collector. I mean, I've been stitching for just over 20 years, but even though I've been stitching that long, I don't tend to collect a lot of stash. I guess part of it is due to the fact that we don't live in an area where it was ever readily available for me to go out and just purchase all kinds of different fabrics and floss, and we have a Michaels, and we only got that a few years ago. Before that, I could have ordered online, which I can still do now, I guess, but I just really haven't gotten into ordering a lot of cross-stitch stuff online, which I will do now. I do it as I need it. I don't tend to order a lot and have it on hand. So I have what I call, I guess, my master set of DMC floss. I have them bobbinated and put in bobbin boxes, and I have one of every color. And then what I do for each of my patterns that I'm working on, because I also am not a serial starter. I usually have just a couple of whips that I'm working on at any given time. So I'll pull out the colors that I need for those whips out of my DMC master set. And if I need extra, I'll do a little shopping list and purchase the extra ones, like if I need duplicates for each pattern or something like that. But other than that, I work from this master set, and then I just replenish to that master set what I use. So I'll just show it to you because it might be easier. I don't do anything wild and wonderful. It's nothing out of the ordinary. So these are bobbin boxes. These are the ones that I use. I have them all numbered on the tops, so I know which case contains which colors. And basically, there you go. So they're all bobbinated. I have them all put in here, numerically, of course. And then I will pull out of here to do up my kits. What I pull out of here, I will replenish. Just so I still have a master set. Like I need a few here now, but they may be in a kit, and if I use them up, I'll replace them. Basically it. Easy peasy. When I'm doing kits, I looked at a bunch of different people's videos online, and I got some really good hints and tips and those sorts of things, but my kits really aren't anything special. Like I said, I pull my flosses out of that master set, and I do up my kits, believe it or not, in a candy tin. I have no idea why. It's something I've done for years. I used to collect tins. There's something about them, I just like them. So I decided to use them. So it's just candy box, metal candy box. And I've basically turned it into a bobbin box. So on the lid, I have magnets where I can actually store my needles. And then inside, I cut cardboard dividers and put them in. And I'll divide this up. Like if I have a pattern I'm doing that needs more floss, I'll put more dividers in. And I put my flosses in numeric order on one side, and then I usually have a space left over for, you know, my highlighters, extra needles, sticky notes, my embroidery, scissors, whatever. It's always worked really well for me. It's neat, it's tidy, and that's what sits on the end of my stitchy table. And that's pretty much it. That is it. Now, because I only do a couple of whips at a time, and work allows me to take cross-stitch to work. I work overnight shifts, which I believe I may have mentioned in another video. So there is a fair bit of downtime on my overnight shifts. And so we're allowed to bring in, book to read or a small craft to work on, and I choose, of course, to work on my cross stitch. So I usually have one or two whips that I work on at home, and I'll change those, work on them, rotate them. When I get tired of working on one, I'll work on the other. I don't really have a set schedule. And then I usually have a whip that I'm taking back and forth to work with me. So that whip, because I don't want to take a large bobbin box in my work bag and in my lunch bag, and I don't want to take a large candy tin, I've actually come up with another little solution. So it's a little mini candy tin. This is an Altoids mint box. Okay, it's small, fits in the palm of my hand. It can fit in my purse, it can fit in my work bag. And what I do, same sort of thing. I've got a magnet put in here to hold a needle, which I don't have a needle in there at the moment. And then my embroidery scissors, they fit right in there, just the right size. And whatever section of my pattern I'm going to be working on that evening, I just usually keep a couple of floss in there, and that's what I'll take back and forth to work with me. It works for me. It's simple, it's easy, it's small, it's compact. Makes a big difference for me. And that's pretty much it. I did watch a lot of other videos about how people store their flosses and do up their kits. I like the idea of cutting out the chart with the symbols and adding that to the inside of your bobbin box for the project you're working on. I probably wouldn't stick it to the inside of my box, but it is a great idea. So I am going to do that. I'm going to print out an extra copy of my list of the colors and symbols so that I can just fold it and lay it inside my candy tin, and it's easy for me to look at, and I don't have to be flipping through my pattern to pick out the colors all the time. So that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great stitchy day, and I will upload another video at the end of the month with a whip update and hopefully a new start that I'm planning on starting at some point this week. Anyway, have a great one. We'll see you soon.